Hello and
welcome.
Yes, welcome to
Angel
and the Wiz. Two people here stranded talking about the most important things in life sometimes. Week 9, chemo week 9. I still got most of my hair.
Yay.
It's not growing like it used to. It's not coming in as quick. I think that's the trade-off. That's okay, though.
You got it, but it's not growing
Yeah,
fast.
but I still manage to keep.
How fast did your hair used to grow?
I don't know.
Okay, well, if you don't know how
I
fast
don't know. I
it
mean,
used
it
to
might be doing the same thing exactly.
Yeah.
I might not even know. This is the week when everything that you touch hurts. Everything cold.
Again?
Yeah, happened week before last,
Yeah.
right? And I thought it would be a few more weeks before it happened again, but no.
No.
So this is week 3. Okay. Oh, yeah, right. Then we ran the credits someplace in here. I'll just keep our voices in because we started talking right away, and then we'll come back. Now,
Yes.
I don't know what you have brought with you this week to speak about.
Nothing.
Okay. Oh, that's really good. Okay. And but I have one really important thing, and it's a positive thing.
Okay.
And one really, really terrible, horrible thing.
So you have two things.
I have
one's
two
positive,
things.
one's negative.
One's positive and one's
Okay,
negative.
can we start with the negative first?
Do you really want to start with the negative first?
Yeah.
Okay, get it out of the way.
Because you tend to rant more on the negative stuff, so then
Okay.
I can say, what is the positive in the middle of your ranting?
Okay, great. Okay, I have to put my thing.
Gotta put
Now,
the negative.
this is taken from the Canada Free Press, and it is the single most disturbing thing I have read in a long time, because all we have in our defense of Obama and all his minions is the vote. And to find out what this article, printed in Canada and seen some places here, but not by the mainstream media, they're not reporting it at all. Okay? So that just gives you some idea where those people are at. I'm going to read this to you now. This is like the people in Europe all know that his paperwork was a forgery. They all talk about it. We don't talk about it here, but finally one of his lawyers admitted that it was a forgery, but he didn't think that made him ineligible.
Okay,
Let
me read the brief part of this.
Well, this is incredible. This is an incredibly bad thing. And if you don't,
I'm reading this for the first time too.
You want me to read it?
No. In January 2012, a deal was struck between SOE Software, which was the leading U.S. vote tabulation company, so they were the people that tabulated the votes the electronic votes for whatever. Okay. I feel like it's. So what's this? SCY.
Well,
FIDO?
I guess that's another name for SOE.
So this company is said to be strongly linked to George Soros,
an enemy of America.
Okay. The Obama syndicate members arranged the deal, and Obama's now wholly owned rubber stamp Congress agreed to it. Okay?
Yeah.
That's right. A foreign company may now ostensibly and unconstitutionally determine who wins U.S. elections. Okay?
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Read on. Just read on. No. The President of the United States does not control who counts the votes.
Well, let's just recap.
Just finish reading it first.
No, I want to
finish reading it first.
In Florida, they had problems counting the votes about 10 years ago. I think at some point we have to realize that we are
you cannot
unable
count
to count
the votes that you are being voted for.
What are you talking about?
These people are going to be counting the presidential election votes, and they're affiliated with Obama. What do you mean, so? You couldn't be that naive. You couldn't be that dumb. You're too bright. So? How could you say such a thing? So? Read the rest of it. That's right.
Of extreme interest, the company CEO, Per Val, was the former VP and CFO of GlobalNet, whose headquarters were based in Chicago's then base of operations, Chicago. Of Obama's then base of operations in Chicago. So this company had a headquarters in Chicago.
Right.
Although apparently scrubbed from Obama's donor list, as so many negative and potentially negative to Obama documents and videos have been, Valls is said to have contributed heavily to Obama's first presidential
Okay.
run. What does that mean, that last part?
That means that an Obama supporter who is linked to him is linked to the vote counting apparatus that's going to be counting the votes. Now you cannot have that. This is anti-constitutional. This is anti-American. It is illegal. There is no way this should be allowed to go. The President of the United States does not count his own votes.
He's not counting his own votes.
His company is.
He doesn't own the company.
Oh, right. And you don't own Angel and the Wiz, but we still talk.
You're right, I don't. You do.
This is absolute nonsense. This is absolutely criminal, and it should be stopped. Absolutely stopped. These people should be totally disqualified. It's called conflict of interest.
Wait.
They have a hand in the game.
So here's my question.
Right.
This is from the Canada Free Press.
Right.
What the hell does Canada care? And now
because you can't get the truth in America anymore because the national media works for Obama. They're like his election team.
Okay. So what's the positive part?
Okay. But, folks, what I'm telling you
You're welcome, America.
This is terribly, terribly, terribly wrong and bad and should not be tolerated or allowed. It should be stopped and scuttled immediately. Obama has nothing to do with counting the votes. Didn't you ever see Key Largo with Edward G. Robinson and Humphrey Bogart down there? And he says, yeah, it was Johnny Rocco. Yeah, he says, I put these people in office and I counted the votes till they came out right. That's what this is. That's like Acorn. Well, listen, we live in the only country that I'm aware of where you don't have to have a photo ID to vote because they say it hurts the minorities. Well, you can go get a photo ID for free from any government, any state, excuse me, or locality or county.
No, state IDs aren't free. They're like $30.
No. This is Florida. In the states where they demand that you have an ID, if you don't have one, they make it possible. The only thing you might have to pay for is your birth certificate. That's fair.
Yeah, have you ever
you try to get a license. Try to get a license without something like that. Try to get a library card without a photo ID. You can't get a library card without a photo ID, but these people don't want you to have a photo ID to vote.
Now,
and this is the Democrats completely, 100% totally.
For the record, nowhere in this paper does it mention anything about photo IDs and voting.
No. I'm just bringing it up because that's like a tie-in to this. We're trying to prevent voter fraud. This is wrong. This promotes voter fraud. This is a conflict of interest. When the Acorn people were out there registering people to vote, and they turned in names like Mickey Mouse, some of these other people. If you do not have to present a photo ID like you do in Florida, that's one state that I'm aware of, then anybody can vote anytime. My father and mother were still on the rolls. Didn't we talk about that one week?
No.
My mother and father were still on the rolls after they had passed away. How do you think you get elected in Chicago? Because the dead never stop voting.
Duh.
Yeah. How about that? And now we got this software company.
I am from Chicago. That is nothing new. Our governors make our license plates.
Okay. Well, the point that I'm trying to make is this is totally wrong. Totally wrong, totally wrong, totally wrong. And this has got to be undone. This Scuttle or SOE software, whatever, these people are tied to George Soros, who is a criminal against America. He does nasty things all around the world. He supports every bad Democratic blog that exists, including Media Matters, which works directly with NBC, MSNBC, and the White House. All illegal. You cannot have connections like that. They do it. They do anything they want, and it's totally wrong. These people are set now to be counting the votes in 2012, and I tell you, America, you better do something about it. Because if you don't have a clean vote, then criminals who are in office now can stay in office. And Eric Holder is the most crooked attorney general that we have ever had. And maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe he's not the most crooked, but he is. This man, he has no idea. Now,
what's the positive?
The positive? This is something I wish somebody would say, Princess. This really bothers me. Obama's going around the country trying to turn the rich against the poor. Okay, the rich against the middle class. Okay. And all of his minions are out there saying the same thing.
Okay.
And you know what they miss?
What?
Everybody in America wants to be rich. Everybody that comes to America to get rich. They either want to be a celebrity and be rich, or they want to just be rich. Being rich is the American dream, and everybody wants it. So by running around trying to get these people who don't have money to be against the people that have money, misses the point that the people that don't have money want money.
So what's the positive?
The positive is that being rich is American. It's something we all strive for.
Yeah.
And Obama's out there trying to blame the rich for every ill that happens. He's trying to turn the middle class and the poor. What do you think these Occupy Wall Streeters are? I mean, they're a bunch of kids that
That's
are
still going on?
it's trying to. They have no real cause, so they just
thought it
sooner or
was.
later, like the winter helped a lot. And then sooner or later, see, and they're also getting paid. They never talk about it. These are like kids, that saw the things that happened in the '60s and weren't there, and they wanted to do it themselves.
Here's my issue I don't know a whole lot about a lot of stuff.
Don't feel bad. A lot of people don't.
But my understanding is that people after a certain tax bracket get tax breaks, but these are the people and the companies that make gazillions of dollars and bring.
They also hire all the people.
They do hire. I understand that.
Without them, there are no jobs.
I understand that.
Okay, and 47% of Americans don't pay any tax at all. 47% of Americans pay no tax.
Why?
They don't need a decrease. They don't pay anything now. Because the way the tax structure is set up,
I'm not saying
you got to be over a certain amount.
I'm not saying that. You never let me finish.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. I always let you finish. I just respond sometimes. You do the same thing.
I don't understand. I mean, I should say, I don't think that people who make a gazillion dollars, as grateful as we are that they employ and make hiring and own companies that employ people, that's great.
And they're the only ones that do.
That's great. But
poor people never hide anybody.
But why?
Should they be allowed to make as much as they can?
No. How come they get tax breaks too? Their company, yes, I understand there's company rules, but personally, I'm very irritated by that. These stars like Britney Spears, who's going to make $15 million for signing on the X Factor, does that qualify her for a tax break? Because God, I hope not.
Oh, all the celebrities. Oh, no, nobody will touch the celebrities. All those people in Hollywood.
You know what I mean? Like,
I know exactly what you mean.
I had to pay $3,000 because I was bumped up into a tax bracket. Am I frustrated by that? Yeah, I'm frustrated, but because I was stupid and didn't understand the process until
the
it
things
happened
that you
to me.
could have done.
Yeah, and then it happened to me, and I was like, oh, okay, well, now I know for next time.
Yeah, get somebody to do it.
But does that mean that it just irritates me.
Well,
like
the people that make a lot of money get breaks?
Yeah, those people that make a lot of money get breaks, and there are teachers that first-year teachers in most states qualify for food stamps because of their income.
Right.
And they're middle class.
Okay,
and then you're
that.
telling us that those bazillionaires are going to get tax breaks? Like, that's the part that really frustrates me.
Well, yeah, but see, that's how they present it.
Because it's the taxes that pay the school systems that pay the salaries in the public schools.
Right, and we still got to get rid of the NEA and those other people. We don't have to go into that right now, okay? But because what they're doing. But be that as it may, and let me share something with you that's really true too. When people talk about expanding the base,
expanding what base?
Tax base.
Okay.
Okay. When you have 47% of the country that doesn't pay a dime in federal tax because they make under a certain amount,
yes,
they should at least have to put up $100. They should have something in the game, because what's happening is this. No, wait. Let me just finish this little bit, and then I'll get out of your way. What's happening is the Democrats are creating an entitlement group of people, and they keep promising them stuff so that they will vote for the Democrats.
Now, wait. That statistic can be read several different ways. That 47%. No, listen.
They don't pay federal income tax.
47% means that at the end of the year, when they file their taxes, they're getting a full refund of everything that they've paid because their income was so low. Or 47% of the Americans do not have to pay any additional taxes because they've already paid. What is the 47% representing? Because I could tell you for years I didn't pay federal taxes.
I mean, you didn't have to pay anything else.
I didn't have to pay anything else. In fact, I got a refund, but money was taken out of your check. So if they're working at a legitimate business, federal taxes are coming out of their check. So does that mean 47% of the Americans are getting a full refund of what they have paid?
They're either getting a full refund or they don't have to pay
extra.
No, they don't have to pay, because in other words, a lot of people.
If you have income, federal taxes are being taken out of it.
Yeah, I do believe that in most cases.
Yeah,
unless you're getting paid cash or you have.
Yeah, unless you get paid cash.
Maybe you say that's not like
illegal.
a legitimate. That's
yeah,
not, okay.
I'm talking legitimate businesses. So if you're telling me 47% are not paying taxes, that means 47% of the Americans are getting a full 100% refund.
A full refund.
Well, then pay your people more so we can pay more.
No, they should have to. They should have to at least pay something. I don't think
even
for a guy. No, but they get it all back. They should have to. They should at least have to kick in $100. I think $100. Anybody, even me, I could do $100. I wouldn't. Might not like it, but it's not right to just look at these people up here.
So,
and listen. One other thing too that they never talk about. These people earned it. Nobody gave it to them.
In one of my 3 jobs.
Right. We work way too much.
In one of my 3 jobs, my total income for that job last year was $2,135.
Right.
I technically paid $2.35 in taxes.
Right.
Now, I am blessed to have multiple jobs.
Right.
But there are some people
that don't.
That is all of their income is $2,000.
Yeah, but then they're on welfare and food stamps and everything else.
Do you know what I mean? Like, so you're telling me that, but think of it, even if you only make, there's got to be yes, the tax system needs to be fixed, and I think that there's too many people in the government have their hands in it, and it doesn't matter if they're Republican or Democrat. They're both, whatever ideas that have been come up or whatever, that every time somebody else,
taxes, thing like that.
Everybody who comes into office is revamping the tax system, and it's just
unfortunately
they just keep
don't
messing
really
with it.
do it.
Everybody keeps messing with it, and we need to just start from scratch. We need to get all of the hands out of the pot.
Well, that would be nice, and you know something
all
else.
All of them.
If you just turned. Oh, I don't even want to go into this Obamacare thing, because now he's hiring.
How is that related to taxes?
Well, because he's using the IRS to enforce Obamacare. Okay. Yes, that they hire 5,000 or I don't know how many new IRS agents, because they want to make sure that they're turning the IRS into a police force to make sure that you got medical insurance. I'm telling you, this Obamacare better get shot down by the Supreme Court completely.
I think parts of it aren't a bad thing. I haven't read the whole 1,200
Nobody
page
has.
Right,
it's 2,700 pages, and nobody's read the whole thing.
But the idea that everybody needs to have health insurance is not a bad idea.
No, but you can't mandate that they get it. You can't demand that they get it.
Well, you can if you wanted to.
No, you cannot. That's against our Constitution. It's our Constitution says that we are individuals.
The price for the
You want them telling you got to buy a Ford?
The fees I have to pay when I go to the hospital,
right?
Because there are people who go to the hospital that don't have insurance. So the people who do have insurance have to have their rates jacked up so they can pay for that. I think that everyone needs to if you have a job of any sort, you need to have insurance.
Yeah, but people that have jobs, they have insurance. What Obamacare wants to do is have us pay for the people that don't have insurance. They want us to pay for them. It's called wealth redistribution. This is America.
If I have to pay $5 more in my taxes...
It ain't $5.
Whatever.
If it was $5, nobody would care.
Well, whatever it is. I have to pay another $100 in taxes, so that means I don't have to pay $700 extra, but that dumbass goes into the emergency room for stabbing himself in his leg.
No, that's not how it works.
So
and the problem is, this individual mandate that the government can tell you have to buy something or be penalized is contrary to everything this country is based on. This country is based on the individual, by individuals, and individuals, the entrepreneur. That's why we've always done so great in the world, because we've allowed the individual to come up. Apple didn't happen in Spain or Greece or France or England. It happened here because we had an environment that allowed people to follow their dreams wherever they led. Now we have the EPA and all of these other people stepping on every possible. They're making it almost impossible to get the greatness.
I hope a Republican gets elected into office.
Just to see what happens?
Just to see what happens.
Oh, that's good enough for me, Princess. I'll take that.
Remember,
you can help on November.
Whenever that president starts screwing things up in the country, you can listen to me rant.
Oh, Princess.
No, when?
I hope
because they all come in and they all make changes and they all make everybody mad about stuff.
But what happened this time We got a guy in there.
Statistics show that when the country's in a state of depression, there is like the chances of a Republican being elected. If we're in a depression or the economy is down during an election year,
right.
I think, from whatever I saw, a Democrat or a Republican has never been elected when that's been the situation.
Actually, it's been the other way around. Yeah. Carter was a desperation. Ronald Reagan came in. That's always how it's been. But anyway, be that as it may, this is different this time. This is different this time.
When the economy has been down.
Yeah, they don't.
That's why it's.
Well, I'm just saying to you right now.
I don't remember where I saw that.
I'm just saying that this is much different now. You have a man in office who has surrounded himself.
And blah, blah, blah,
he hates
blah,
America.
blah, blah.
All the people around.
Just go watch like the last 10 episodes, and you'll be caught up on the latest.
10 episodes? Oh, what we're talking about now? Yeah, right. I'm sorry. I've been on. Yeah. Okay. Well, and then to find out that his people are going to be counting the votes. Now he has to win. He has to lose by so many votes that they can't steal the election. Okay? Because, when we found out all the things that Acorn was doing and all the false registrations and these people that were voting and stuff like that, I wonder if Obama really beat Hillary. I really wonder if he really honestly beat her. Not that I wanted her.
I don't think that the Acorn issues were. I think that was somebody that was in Acorn saying, "Hey, we really want this guy elected."
They worked for him. He's a community organizer. All this guy ever did was
might have helped develop Acorn, whatever he did, but I'm pretty sure that he didn't go out and say, register under no matter what, and really.
Oh, it was just an accident.
No, I don't think it was an accident.
It was criminal intent, and a lot of them got fired.
Right, the people who did it.
Right.
But I don't think that it was a directive.
Oh, no, it's never a directive. It's one of those things, You ever see that movie, Clear and Present Danger? And the president wants these people taken down because of what they did. But when the guy asks him, what can I do? He says, I can't tell you what I want you to do. But he knows. And he goes out and he does it. They wanted this woman to go out and attack Romney's wife. And then they sent out a tweet right away to try and get out of it, but it blew up in their face. Then to suggest that the Republicans have a war on women. This is stuff you don't follow. It's just stuff that's been in the news.
Is this the war on something about the moms?
They're trying to say, well, see, the Democrats, Obama has really failed. And he's failed among his own people.
2.5 minutes.
Oh, okay. Well, we can continue this some other week in the future.
Yay.
Okay? Yay. But, this is a wonderful segue, too.
Okay.
You know what this week's song is?
Something about Republicans?
No. Oh. Exactly the opposite. It's called The Devil Used to Be.
Oh, God.
Okay? And what the song is, it's I don't know how many. It's probably 2-3 decades old. Could be 30 years old, easy. Okay? And which shows the lasting power of good wizard songs. I wish somebody someday would. I hope you could discover me before I'm dead. You know what I mean? I would like to get better royalty checks from ASCAP. But so the song is called Devil Used to Be. And it talks about the fact that when in the different times, the devil, used to have horns and such. But now he wants to win. And sometimes he dresses white. Sometimes he blends in. He's people people you could touch. It's a pretty good song. It's going to be coming up in a minute and a half or so. So anyway, we could have really, bombed Obama for a few more minutes, but we did the right thing. Remember, people, don't believe anybody that tells you the rich are bad because you want to be rich just like me.
What was the comment that was said that started this whole war on moms?
This lady said, this Democratic operative.
What did she say? I don't care who she is.
What she said? She said, Ann Romney's never worked a day in her life. She's raised 5 kids.
Okay. So, yes, here's my take. Because obviously that sentence was taken out of context.
No, it wasn't. That's exactly what she said, and she made it worse.
She probably did.
She did.
But
absolutely
was she talking about
Wouldn't
jobs?
lie to you.
I understand moms work hard, and that is a job unto itself.
And they know all about finances because they deal with the finances in the house. They know what things cost. They know what everything's cost.
Okay, where's finances come into that? Why would she? What was this kind?
Because
what was the reason she said?
Romney said that he
life?
talks to his wife about finances.
Okay.
And this lady said she's never worked a day in her life. Like, because she wasn't a secretary sometime, that, you know, they had to do that kind of...
Well,
okay,
yeah,
it was an entirely wrong,
that.
stupid thing to say.
Yeah.
And it was wrong to say. And it's just like Bill Maher calling Sarah Palin a C word.
That was a couple weeks ago, too, guys.
Okay, but I mean, I'm just saying, but the liberals never complain about that. It's okay if you talk about conservatives or Republicans. You can say anything you want. Well, this time, see, we've had enough. We've had enough of Obama. We've had 3 years of Obama.
All right, guys, do something good every day.
He's wrecked the economy. And
we'll continue this next week.
Maybe so. Aha.
Bye.
I hope you enjoy the song. The Devil Used to Be.
Once upon a time, the devil dressed in red. He frightened little children with horns upon his head. And often in the evening, he'd scare off everything. He used to know that he was wrong, a devil and not a king. But now he rides in a big black limousine. And he sometimes dresses white to not be seen. So you better look real closely now at all the things you see. 'Cause the devil used to be, the devil used to be. He used to be so different, but now he can't be seen. He used to range his shape to be a serpent and such.